Fighting back used to be considered a capital offense. It was. This is Tim in the 80s. Now see? See how I didn't fight back? This is Tim in the 90s. See? I didn't fight back that time either. This is Tim in the early 2000s, before I started fighting back. See? I didn't fight back now, did I? But this is Tim in 2013. Now see? That's the 2013 Tim. That Tim that fights back. Now I started this new fighting Tim about 10 years ago. That's when that was in the mid-2000s when I started the new Tim. The Tim who fights back. Because it was a break from the old Tim. It was a break from the bad old days of capitulation and capitulation. But anyway, that's what we do now. Because the reason the old Tim got started was because when I was about 11 years old, because I got in trouble. I remember in 6th grade, I got in trouble for fighting back because some kids. This was in 6th grade, and some kids chased me down the hall and attacked me, and I got in trouble at school because I fought back against them. And I said, well, I was just fighting back against them, and everybody said, but you're not supposed to fight back. So, see, that's the sort of stuff that just gets ingrained after a while. You know, this whole idea that you're not supposed to fight back. See, now that's something that was an attitude that completely ruled the roost for the next 20 years after that. But now, the 2013 Tim fights back. Like the 2012 Tim, and the 2011 Tim, and the 2010 Tim, and the 2009 Tim, and the 2008 Tim, the 2007 Tim. The recent Tims fight back. This is not the 1988 Tim, or the 1997 Tim, or all that stuff. That's gone. And which one's been getting better results? Think of it this way. Which one has been getting better results? The old Tim that didn't fight back, or the new Tim that does fight back? Which one gets results? Although there are still some people who pine for the return of the old Tim. Like during the sidewalk chalk arrest, or the sidewalk, it was like after the sidewalk chalk incident, when during the incident after the citation for using sidewalk chalk, remember that a few months ago? Well, something I kept telling people now instead of pleading no contest, I was going to fight the charge. And I kept telling people I was going to fight the charge. I kept saying, well, I'm going to fight this. And people didn't believe me. People didn't believe me. So I went in for the arraignment, and I pleaded not guilty instead of no contest. And then people said, why didn't you just plead no contest? Then you would have gotten it over with. But it would have cost me it would have cost me over $100 more than it did. Because I fought it and ended up having to pay only $29 in court costs. It would have been almost $200 if I had just pleaded no contest. So, the new Tim wins. The new Tim wins. Wins. The new Tim wins. Which is really what I should have done during the NKU incident. Like the NKU arrest back in 1995, but that was in the era of the old Tim. So that's why that didn't have such a hilarious ending. But and there's going to be some Occupy stuff coming up this weekend, I hope. I hear a rumor that there's some Occupy stuff coming up. Now, and this is funny here. This is funny here. There's a website on Facebook for a Cincinnati flash mob that's coming up. And somebody, and it's on Facebook. It's a event that's coming up. It's an event that's coming up, and there's some people who've declined, and some old woman responded to it saying, "Sick." She said that. Somebody posted an event. An event notice for a Cincinnati flash mob that's coming up, and some old woman responded saying, "Sick." Just one word response, in all lowercase, no less. Sick. so that's how. Oh, and this is, since people have been asking for this. This is Occupy Campbell County has been. This is the Occupy Campbell County banner. This is the banner that's on Facebook for Occupy Campbell County. So that's more Occupy amusement. See, it's like an Occupy. You're driving down the road, and the big Occupy mask comes up over the horizon, like the sun. See how cool that is? And this is the main logo for Occupy Campbell County, right here. And that's cool too. So that's the story of the 2013 Tim, and how the 2013 Tim is gonna fight fascism. Bye, Bipping.